Hello, MadameNoire. It's your girl, Nene Leakes from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Cinderella on Broadway. Just want to send you guys some love. Mwah. You'll probably see me doing a lot of my businesses. You know, I'm very much into being a businesswoman, and that fulfills me more than anything. I love television, by the way. You know, I love acting and all those things, but I have to say, being a businesswoman really fulfills me for some reason. I'm very fulfilled with opening new businesses and trying new things. It's just very fulfilling to me. I think it's unfortunate for Phaedra's marriage to unravel on television. I went through a public divorce, and everybody's chiming in and everybody's judging you, and that's always very, very hard. So I feel for Phaedra during this time, and you know, and I don't know if all the girls feel the same. They didn't feel for me, honey, when I was going through my divorce. So, you know, they usually tear you apart, you know, while you're divorcing or anything. But I feel bad that she's having to go through this publicly because people don't know what she's going through, and all they're doing is just, you know, chiming in. They don't really know what happens behind closed doors. I think you guys are going to be very surprised when you watch this season and you learn all the things that happen behind their closed doors.
Go away from me.
You want to talk to me? I built this whole house. Stop playing with me, Phaedra. You took everything from me.
Go away from me with this.
I think it is unfortunate that they would demote Porsha and give a new person that's not even a Georgia peach a peach. To me, it just goes to show you, as long as you come on reality shows and act a big old fool, you would get a check, okay? It may not be much, but you can get a check. It might get somebody else's check. It's unfortunate. It's sad because I don't think that you have to do reality shows where you have to argue and fight all day. Now listen, we all love reality TV. We all love to be entertained, and a little messiness goes a long way, you know, and some shade throwing, and I love it. But you know, go all the way where you gotta pull hair, you gotta fight, and you know, hidden below the belt every single day. That is so negative, and it just sucks all the life and energy out of you. Now that part I can do without. I don't think Marlo was ever made a housewife because of her history. You know, her past has followed her, and I think that I just don't think that they ever really liked her to that degree. There's a lot of people involved with the Housewives outside of the producers that you see on the ground, and we have executives that are in offices. And you know, Bravo has a huge office in New York, and those executives are very much involved in these shows, and they want to like the girls. You need to be a part of their brand. You need to have personality that they really like, and I just don't think they ever really liked her. No, you will not see me and Cynthia become friends again, ever. What you will see, because I'm a grown woman, I can coexist in the same environment as Cynthia or really any other girl that I'm not friendly with. I think that friendship is done. I think that there's a certain thing called really crossing the line, and I think this season you will be able to see more about what happened with our friendship, and I think you'll have a different opinion. You're a whore. Hollywood ain't looking for you.
Well, Atlanta is. That's why you're so bothered.
What? Love you, Cynthia. You're my sister. I'm just seeing a Cynthia that I didn't know existed.
Delete, erase, unfollow, whatever. Friend contract is dead.
I think last year I was blindsided. I think it kind of came out of nowhere because there was never any arguments on camera, never a falling out on camera. So I was totally blindsided by our friendship ending the way it did. And I think this season you'll see us try and get to the bottom of what actually really happened. And I think you might feel a little bit different. I think that, you know, sometimes people seem very innocent when they're not. And I think sometimes people who are very outspoken get accused a lot of times of things because they're outspoken. It's just easier to point the finger at a person who's more outspoken. But I think people who are a lot more quieter are very easy to do a lot more sneakier things. So I think the viewers will be quite surprised. And they shouldn't be, but they will be. Because I always tell the truth. Well, when I said I'm very rich, I said it some years ago in an argument with Sheree, and it just kind of fell out of my mouth. A lot of stuff just fell out of my mouth, but it really did just fall out of my mouth. And I started thinking, well, I'm just gonna own it because I said it. I am very rich. I'm rich in lots of ways, you know. I'm rich in health, I'm rich in spirit, I'm rich in life, I'm rich in health, everything. You know, and I thought, you know, why should I take it back? I'm not gonna take it back, I'm gonna own it. And I think it depends on the kind of rich you're trying to be. Now, like for me, I'm not willing to go and chop people's heads off, stab them in the back, you know, kill them for a job or take somebody's peach from them, you know. I'm not willing to do all that kind of stuff. So it just depends on how you want to try to get there. See, there's a lot of people I feel like they'll take the shortcut to become rich, and I feel like that's very short-lived. I feel like if you sit back and chill and wait for the right opportunities, you can be rich and there's more longevity for you there. I want to sleep comfortable at night. I want to, you know, wake up and be happy. I want to drive my car in peace. I don't want to be that girl that you can say, okay, she stole that job from me, or she stabbed in the back to get that job. Like, you're never going to hear that about me. I'm never going to do that. If I got a job, trust me, it was for me and they gave it to me, honey.